Alright, kind of a response video to Fred. I don't know, maybe in a reaction video is more accurate. Yeah, I don't really like these kind of subjects. I don't find much use in it. Can't hear out of my ear. Should have fixed that before I started the video. Yeah, it's a little better. Anyway, so Fred's been doing all these weird ass videos, and they are weird. Got to say it. And so then he did this video where he was actually human again, and talked about misogyny in the context of this idea of, I don't know, molesting trees, and objectification came up. I always find that word really offensive in a way, as if it was a negative thing. I think objectification is the way the whole thing works, in a lot of ways. So, I don't know, I guess I have to call bullshit or something. You know, our obligations socially are completely different than our obligations, than our function biologically. We already kind of know that. We come from a very different past, you know, where ape man just pretty much took what he wanted, period, end of the story. And yeah, we got civilized and figured out that's kind of bullshit, and we don't do that shit no more. So yeah, let's just establish, I don't believe people have a right to impose on each other, you know, in any sense, realistically, but certainly in this sexual sense. You know, somebody gives it away, you can look. You know, if it's there in front of you, go ahead, objectify all the fuck you want. No crime. You just can't make a deal of it. You know, become imposing in terms of your reaction. You're not allowed to, you know, wave your wiener at it or something, or however to describe what would be an objectionable or imposing gesture to perform. But yes, people are allowed to be to have any kind of mental game go on as they choose. And I guess part of what I don't like about what Fred was saying is it's almost saying that there was some sort of innate symmetry or functionality that would be mutually satisfying for men and women, as if neither had to make any concessions to the other. And I find that just so bogus as even an idea or concept. Yeah, no, that's not the way it works. They're after different things, they need different things, and they want different things, let's say, biologically and emotionally and all that crap. And they're trying to achieve some sort of different thing. You know, men are like, you know, run at it as hard as you can, fly over the cliff and crash. And women are definitely, I don't know, you know, don't really want to do that. It sounds kind of stupid. I mean, men will crash and burn. Women try to avoid it. So even in sex or something like that, you know, men are go all, you know, risk it, and women are no. You know, have a nice walk. So anyway, let's see, where do I want to go with this? Yeah, I just don't want to get into a conversation of how to have sex or any of that kind of crap, or what's in people's heads, because there's different things in your head at different times. We're turned on in different ways. Sometimes purposely, we allow it to take place. Sometimes by accident, because circumstance overwhelms us, a vision or a smell or some other kind of thing will trigger the biology and put you in the mood. And we know that that can be cut off or it can be indulged. So there's a lot of psychology going on there that, and again, it's so individual. It's from one individual's perspective. And I don't know, Fred is sort of metaphoring some sort of, like there's a different relationship when it's over there to when it's over here. And I don't really buy that kind of crap. The relationship is in terms of your symbolic representations and what you're able to do with something. You know, maybe there's a subtle difference between an apple 10 feet away and an apple 5 feet away, but I don't think it's enough of a difference to, you know, make anything out of. It provokes the hunger, and the hunger has a life of its own depending on your disposition. How long has it been since you ate? You know, what kind of meal was your last meal? What kind of meal is this meal? You know, so it's really different. Yeah, and you know, I just think that, again, I just don't want to get into, you know, he talks about fucking brains out or something. I'm almost thinking that's really not the goal. The goal is to actually fuck the brain. In some sense, I think sometimes that is the objective, is to do this, I want to be one with somebody thing, to totally be part of them, to almost mind meld or whatever through your penis. And other times the objective is, damn, that's hot and I'm damn horny. And it doesn't go much further than that. So it depends on what's been added to the meal. What other things are on the plate decides what the hell you pick to eat. Or maybe there's even an order to sex done right or properly. You know, the foreplay appetizer, the humpity bump main course, and the lovely dessert at the end. You know, some kind of crap like that. And sometimes, yeah, you don't bother, you just go straight for the dessert. Sometimes all you need is an appetizer. You know, and other times, yeah, it's like, I don't want either one of that shit, just give me the goddamn meal, because I'm hungry, and I want to get something eaten. You know, I don't want something to pick at, I want something to gorge on. So sometimes you have patience, and sometimes you don't have patience. You know, sometimes you need to get into the mood. Sometimes you need to be seduced. You need the foreplay of an appetizer to get your appetite stimulated. So yeah, that's just more metaphor crap. Like I said, I don't have much use for these kind of conversations, but yeah, I just don't. You know, there's no, you can't even talk about these subjects anyway in any kind of meaningful way because people are after such different things. But I think the mechanism of objectification is just a reality. We're hungry for things, and we have a taste that is individually defined. Each individual has a different preference. Some people, I don't know, I was going to say some people like their sushi with, I don't know what the fuck you eat sushi with because I never eat sushi. But yeah, sometimes they like it with a lemon peel, and other people want lime, and somebody else wants it on a piece of bread, make a sandwich out of it. Some people want mustard on it, I don't know, ketchup. Maybe there's people put ketchup on sushi, who the fuck knows? But yeah, everybody's going to have their own, the thing that they're getting out of the relationship to their food. And yeah, and I guess you could almost metaphor it to food in the sense that some people need variety and other people can eat the same meal for 100 years. I mean, I did. You know, literally, when it came to food. So yeah, you know, it really depends on the person, and to some extent what they've been conditioned to objectify, or to be made hungry by, or to find food fulfilling, satisfying meal, the definition of one of those. And there's not going to be a standard definition. Where else can we go with this? Yeah, I just don't like this word objectification as a negative, because I think it's just a fact of reality. Misogyny is a crime against civilization, not individual psychology. It's an insult to civilization, let's put it that way. Not to concede, you know, that other individuals are after their own meal and don't wish to be, you know, consumed by you before they can get what they need, what they're hungry for. I guess that's almost another metaphor. Excuse my metaphoring. But yeah, what if you're eating each other? Language. And I mean literally, consuming each other, taking from each other, carving each other up to satisfy your needs. And you start at the head, and you eat the other person's mouth. Then they can't eat anymore. You know, you've broken their capacity to get anything out of the experience. And I guess that's what I would argue, is there's a certain concession that we have to make to each sex, where we don't disable their capacity to get their share of the meal, or to find something about you edible, you know. So you got to sort of quack like the duck there wanting, and so I don't see much symmetry to that. We sort of have to behave unnaturally to do it right. If you're natural, you're probably going to fail your partner. Yeah. At least for men, I think. I think you really have to you have to jump through some friggin' hoops. You know, but I wouldn't call it misogyny if you're unwilling to. I would just call it misogyny if you're insulting and imposing, especially in the regular social routine. We have to accept that we stimulate each other, and that's just a fact of life. And you don't have a right to start eating someone else until they put free lunch, you know, sign on the meal or something like that. Metaphors. So anyway, yeah, but it's complicated. Really depends. One day I can feel myself hungry, you know, for junk food, and another day I can feel myself hungry for the finest, most delicate, most perfectly prepared, succulent, whatever, sauteed carrot. Oh, that's the wrong phallic symbol. Whoops. Yeah. Pudding pie. Yeah, something. Whatever the gender appropriate equivalent is. Vegetarian, of course. Okay, yeah, so enough of that. I guess I'll just comment on the rest of the whole fucking dead things crap, and I don't know, 10 minutes of this, 10 minutes of that. You know, yeah, okay, maybe it's art, but I wish it was, I don't know, there's no way to label it better, I guess. But yeah, I don't know if I really need this. Doesn't serve much purpose, I don't think. But you certainly don't have to click on the buttons. So, yeah, just make sure you don't talk in any of the videos labeled duck fucker or something. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So anyway, I guess that's the video. I mean, yeah, you can talk about sex forever, but it's not much fun to do it publicly. Ew, it's kind of creepy. Yeah, there's probably more I wanted to get to there, but I mean, it's that struggle to achieve a perfect satisfaction, and that's sort of like with time and context. You sort of realize, you can really see how you're just being played, you know. And it seems like with food, you can see the necessity of it because it's necessary to survival. But sex isn't, and it's kind of disappointing that you can, you get to the top of that mountain, you get the perfect view, you get the perfect feeling of peace and comfort and wholeness and oneness, and I'm sort of inside of her. You've got this great thing and you can't hold on to it. It's all going to slip through your fingers, and you're going to have to climb again another day. And yeah, it's a little bit of a it's just a little bit frustrating or irritating. So anyway, till next time, people.